Hey, everybody. It's me, Scotty D, and I got Derek Tant, the mayor of YouTube, with me. How you doing, Derek?
The mayor reigns. What's up, Scotty D? Are we back on YouTube? I don't even remember.
Yeah, we're going to be on this one. This one that we're recording, we're going straight to YouTube.
Okay. Hi, YouTube.
And Facebook.
We're back. And Facebook.
And
we're
all
back.
your favorite podcasting apps.
Yeah.
So,
but we never left those.
No. We had one, I think we had like 2 weeks where there wasn't something going. And this past week before this one happened, there was nothing there because I blew it. It's just, listen, it all comes back to, I didn't have anything unpacked. And you can see, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can still see there's boxes behind me. I don't have everything set up the way I want it yet. But it's here.
Moved. Yeah, you moved.
I did.
We did a few rinky-dink recording sessions. We threw some episodes up onto Podbean or whatever, you know. But let's be real. I never left YouTube. I was always here.
You were always there. You've never left them. You've never forsaken them. Hey, speaking of the moving thing, I just want to mention this. So I moved from South Carolina back to Michigan. Family, everybody knows this story. Okay, family's here, blah, 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 all that, right? So the first day we got here was like high 80s, like 88 degrees. Literally the next day down to 60. That quick. Just went 88, 60. Boom.
That sounds nice, though.
It is. It's refreshing in some ways, but also in some ways you're just kind of like, really? That's I'm just going to get smashed right into the 60s. Cheryl actually we went to my brother's house last night. Cheryl had gloves on. It was 58 degrees. Cheryl had gloves on. I was like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, what color were the gloves, by the way?
They were like kind of black. I think, is that right? I think they were black, yeah.
Okay. I was expecting like something fancy like, they were lavender gloves.
No. I think she can't. So I'm still shorts and a t-shirt. I was wearing tennis shoes. I wasn't just wearing like flip-flops or whatever, but we go out to the car and she comes out and I'm like, oh, who's that? That might be Bob. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're joking me, right? With the gloves? Really? And she was like, no, I'm freezing. And I was just like, dude, no way.
So you're just taking this as an ominous preview to a horrible winter ahead.
Well, you know, every year it seems like, so all the people around here in Michigan are like, we've had really mild winters, and supposedly this year is going to be the worst winter we've had in years and years and decades. And I'm like, I hear that all the time. Don't they say that all the time about winter?
I mean, the Weather Channel, they gotta make some predictions. They gotta make bold predictions. Yeah. So you're not gonna watch. It's like it's like the NFL commentators with their hot takes. It's like, what are some bold predictions for Week 7?
Speaking of the NFL, good grief. Why does my team always have to suck?
Oh, man.
Dude. I mean, listen, so we played the Dallas Cowboys last week, and they made us look like, we made you look like Super Bowl champs, didn't we?
The Cowboys won with a field goal kick at the end of the game, so it wasn't horrible. It wasn't. But dude,
it was like Ezekiel Elliott just basically he took over the whole entire game.
That dude's a beast. I gotta be honest. I was working that day, so I woke up around 2:30 p.m. Central.
Yeah.
So I was able to catch like the last quarter of the game.
That's all you needed to see.
Yeah.
Your team got to win. That was probably really great. And then you went to work, right?
Well, no, I went back to sleep.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, because it was like 3 p.m. So I was like, this is good. I'll go back to sleep. I woke up at like 5:30 and then I went to work.
Okay. But you were happy. You went to sleep happy, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I wonder what that feels like. I would really love to know what it feels like to like go to bed on a Sunday night happy that my team won.
Scott, you need to adopt a second team. No,
I can't.
You could still have the Lions. You could still have the Lions. They're like your firstborn.
So
right.
So at this point, I would say like maybe the Rams or the Chiefs.
Get like a stepchild.
I don't know.
That's your team. See, last night, here's the thing, Scott. You've got to do fantasy football because allows you to care about the football that's going on without really having to care about the teams.
Does it take away some of the sting that I feel from being beaten to a pulp every week with the Lions?
I think so. Last night was Monday Night Football,
which I didn't watch, and apparently it was one of the greatest games ever.
The Chefs, Kansas City Chefs versus
Googly
yeah, versus the Denver Broncos. Great Snickers commercial reference, by the way.
Yes, it is.
And I'll always
we've talked
now
about. Remember,
forever.
we talked about that before, and we put the video up for people to watch. Okay, go ahead.
And I'll always call them the Chefs.
Yeah, the Chefs.
So I am doing daily fantasy. I do a couple of games on DraftKings. I'll put a couple of bucks in here and there.
Sure.
And I have a season-long fantasy league for no money also.
Yeah.
But my son, John, is also in a fantasy league with like all his buddies. And I was winning my league this week. I crushed.
Yeah.
And John was like a few points behind. He had come home from band practice. It's like the last half. It's the second half. And he's like, he was telling me before, he's like, I've got Kareem Hunt playing tonight. Mm-hmm. I need him to do good. He needs to score 20, fantasy points. And so we're watching the last half of this game. And first of all, amazing football. It's fantastic football. There was a lot of back and forth. Patty Mahomes.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I wonder how many people drafted that guy.
He's a good guy. Good.
But I mean, did people know how great he was going to be this year? I don't think so.
No.
So what happened with Kareem Hunt? Did he get the points or not?
Yeah, it was like the Chiefs were down 10 points in the fourth quarter.
Uh-huh.
And I believe Patty Mahomes threw a touchdown pass to Travis Kelce, and John is just like, no, he needs to give it to Kareem. And it was like on the goal line. He was like, no, he should have given it to Kareem Hunt. And I was like, it was like 4.5 minutes left in the game. I'm like, John, they've got the ball. It's on their own 40. They've got 2 timeouts. They're going to make a slow, easy drive down the field, and they'll probably be utilizing Kareem Hunt to run it. He's like, I need 3 more points. He's got to score a touchdown. And I was like, okay,
just relax. It's going to happen, right? Is that what you kept telling him?
It's exactly as I predicted. They did a nice drive down the field, a couple of short passes. They got up into the 1st and goal situation. They were on the 5, handed off to Kareem Hunt. He barrels his way into the end zone, and I've never seen such joy on my son's face. He jumps up in the air. I have given him amazing Christmas presents in the past, and I still haven't seen as much
But that
joy
fantasy football win.
Yeah. And
that did it.
And he was like, I don't care anymore. He was like,
yeah,
he was like, I don't care about what happens with the Chiefs, Broncos, but the fantasy football brings you into that situation. It brings you into the game.
Yeah,
it makes you care. And I had a lot of fun. I mean, I had Tyreek Hill on one of my DraftKings games, which I haven't been making any money the last few weeks.
Really?
I've been
not even breaking even or anything. You're just like going downhill.
Not the last couple of weeks. I mean, I've been very frugal with it, but I think this last week I had drafted like some heavy hitters, I had made some good decisions with my running backs and a wide receiver, and I needed to save some money, and I had drafted Ryan Tannehill.
Oh, and the Patriots were disgusted with their loss to the Lions and decided to take it out on the Miami Dolphins.
Yes.
That's the only thing I can hang my hat on this year is that Matt Patricia, formerly of the New England Patriots, got to beat his mentor. Now, listen, here's the truth. To me, it just felt like, I don't know. It almost felt like Bill Belichick was like, he was always loyal to me. Let's let him have this game. But I know Tom Brady would not allow that. Tom Brady's going to try no matter what. But somehow the Lions on Sunday Night Football beat the football New England Patriots. And yeah, so I have that. But now the Lions are 1-4, dude. 1-3. 1-3. 1-3. So they always talk about they're going to break down the season into quarters. So our first quarter, we have one game. So I was thinking to myself, so let's say pretend in the next 4 games, they win 2 games. So then they're 3 and what would that be? 3-7? Yeah. No, 3.
If they win how many games?
If they win 2 more, they'd be 3-5, right?
3-5, yeah.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah, if they go 2-2 next.
Yeah.
3.
Okay, so then let's say in the next quarter, they win 3 out of 4. Okay. So then they're 6-12, right? Is that right?
6-6.
6-6.
Yeah.
My math is so stupid. Okay, 6. No, it wouldn't be 6-6. It would be
3-5. Then they go 3-1.
Yeah, you're right. 6-6. Okay, and then in the last, out of the last one, they win all 4 of their last games. They're 10-6.
Mm-hmm. Per chance to dream.
It could happen, right?
I really think anything could happen.
Lions fan.
Anything could happen.
Dude, when you see who we have at quarterback, it just is mind-boggling to me that we don't win more games. And we have the thing that killed me in the game against you guys was we have this brand new fancy running back, Kerryon Johnson from Auburn, who is playing great. His first run against the Cowboys, 32 yards. And then he gets like 10 more carries the rest of the game. That's it. They keep giving it to LeGarrette Blount, and I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you not giving it to this kid? Give it to the kid. I don't know, man. All right.
LeGarrette Blount's a Super Bowl winning running back.
He is. I know.
But
come on.
You can hang your hat on that the Lions aren't. I don't think they're the most tragic story out of the NFL.
Who is
this year, or the most disappointing? No, I don't think the Cleveland Browns are disappointing. They're 1-2-1. They won
so great they
a game.
Tie.
I mean, considering what they've done the last couple of years with one win, they've got Baker Mayfield starting.
That kid looks good too, man.
They went into Oakland, which is not an easy place to play ever.
Yeah.
I think they got some lucky calls against them.
Yeah.
That helped tip it in their favor. They got a few things they got to clean up, but I think the future's bright in Cleveland for sure.
The thing that I loved is I actually watched the game at my dad's house when Cleveland at home won their first game. It was their first actual win in a long time, like I think in a year and a half or something like that. And the best thing was they kept talking about if they won, Bud Light had coolers all over the city of Cleveland. And if they won, they would all be unlocked and it was free beer for all of Cleveland.
So like all old expired beer.
I'm sure they freshened it up. I mean, it was a great marketing campaign. Just think about that. It's just like, hey, we're going to give you guys free beer if Cleveland wins a game. It was fantastic. It was fun to watch. The crowd was just losing their minds when Baker Mayfield won that game. It was great.
Yeah, it's a great fan base. So, like I said, I think the future is looking up in Cleveland. Baker has shown that he is a winner.
Yeah, that kid's
good. And he can rejuvenate that team. Yada yada yada.
Yeah.
But what there's other teams out there like.
Who's your worst?
The Cardinals, probably.
Okay.
The Cardinals.
Buffalo's pretty terrible, too.
Buffalo's pretty bad. The Jets aren't too hot.
They beat the Lions the first game on Monday night. Everybody thought they were going to the Super Bowl, and then they kind of took a crapper.
Yeah, but that's the only win they've had, and they haven't really done anything since. And they're both the Bills and the Jets. I think the Cardinals are on 2 now, and the Cleveland Browns. They're all showcasing their new quarterback, their new toys, their new fancy weapons, and
the Cardinals are over, right? They haven't won a game.
They have not won anything.
Oh my gosh, that's so sad.
So you got Josh Rosen, I think, out there in Arizona. I mean, I don't really ever.
Larry Fitzgerald, poor Larry Fitzgerald. Don't you? He's sitting there thinking, man, maybe I should have retired last year.
Yeah,
this is going to be a tough season.
But I've always loved Larry Fitzgerald. He doesn't whine or complain.
No, he does not. He does not. And I mean, the truth is, he got to a Super Bowl. That's the worst thing when you see these guys who are really good and they make it to the Super Bowl and they don't win. That's always sad. And I believe that the Arizona Super Bowl was against the Steelers, and that was that incredible catch by he was an Ohio State Buckeye. I can't remember his name. In the back of the end zone, he just tapped his toes in the end zone and won the game. It was a bummer for Larry.
Yeah,
that was his shot. Okay, listen. We're going to start to wrap this up. Somehow we just kept talking about football, and it was quite entertaining. And now I think, Derek, you've got me convinced I need to go do some of the what's the name of the thing that you do for your fantasy football?
DraftKings.
DraftKings. All right. I think I'm going to have to do that. And I know there's a way where you can set up to do it against other people that do some kind of pool or something like that. So maybe we'll have to get one going.
Yeah, like a head-to-head or something like that.
We could.
I'd like to see how we could do that. I think that'd be that'd be a lot of fun.
And I know there's some people that would join in from, listeners to the show, fans of the show, friends of the show who would jump in. So maybe we'll get that going. We're going to figure that out this week and get that going. Before we go, though, I do want to say that we want to thank a couple of sponsors. Number one, Derek, you are a coffee aficionado, and you always know what to say when we're talking about coffee, and we love Pneuma Coffee, right?
We do. PNEUMA coffee.com.
You did have a song for it. I wish we could remember that. You remember that?
No, that was Hector.
Was it? Are you sure? I thought we made a Pneuma Coffee song too. We should go into the business of making jingles, Derek. I think we'd be very successful. But Pneuma Coffee, here's the deal. If you go to pneumacoffee.com, we've got a coupon code that you can use, HWT. You put that in, you get 20% off, correct?
20%.
20% off of your coffee. Go to pneumacoffee.com. It's PNEUMA coffee.com. And we love Chris Bean. He's been with us for quite a while. I almost wanted to say from the get-go, but he's one of the first real, true lovers of this show, and he makes some great coffee. I just got some Kenya coffee, and I also got Tita's Roast, which is a decaf blend that I wanted to get to try out, and I'm enjoying them very much. I had a beautiful pot of coffee today. So go to pneumacoffee.com, put in that coupon code HWT, get 20% off. And since you were speaking of Hector, Derek, tell us about Hector Huebe. I like to say Huebe.
HWIEBE.com. Yeah, that was it.
Yes, it is. And you put in the coupon code HWT there, and what do you get?
15% off.
Yes, you do.
Your radiator pipe. It's a great pipe.
He's got some kicking colors right now, too, man.
Hector, back when he was taking care of his kid, when his kid was in the hospital, he was just doing whatever he could to kill time, and he designed a pipe, basically a next generation kind of cooling pipe that allows you to have a very cool, dry smoke. And if you are an avid pipe smoker, you know that's the unicorn. That's what you're going for, is a cool, dry smoke. And the radiator pipe achieves that. That's why it's my favorite smoking pipe. And the fact that Hector has approached us and wants to sponsor us, that's just gravy, because we only promote who we believe in. So, I mean, we only do these commercials for people and for products that we believe in and we use ourselves.
That's correct.
Hector Huebe Pipes, HWIEBE.com. HWT coupon code will get you 15% off your radiator pipe. Visit now for exotic colors.
Yeah, he's got some really cool colors and bowls. So we never even mentioned this, but I know you know this by now. Bob was not on the show. We're about to hopefully get Bob on another show. But until then, we want to bid you adieu and tell you we love you, and we're back in action right here on Hey, We're Talking.